to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the ACC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Razorbacks will put toe the weather to crank us up. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Gets it out fast. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Pass falls incomplete, but that was basically a free play as the defense was offsides, and this is going to be a first down. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
Oh, he's got some space. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they are going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Pratt. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Wants to fire on second down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Razorbacks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Arizona State! The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the wideout. Wilson will throw. Not a little time, lets it go. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Unloads to the right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wilson to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunt. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, that play right there shows me that the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positive reports.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
It's so hard to tackle these fast guys in the open field. And you see when you duck your head and you're going to try to hit somebody, you can't see him anymore. Ducks his head a little bit. Next thing you know, broken tackle, guys getting extra yards.
Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Sun Devils are rolling down the field. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might...
There he goes! He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on it. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Keeps it on the draw. Called his own number on that one, but they are ready for it and stop him. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. And guys, this is very frustrating for a defense. They forced the field goal attempt and now right back on the field after looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Wilson will throw. He rifles one deep to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Hit as he throws. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
He's got it out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for the offense. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Quick strike through the air for the score. That is confidence in your arm strength. Look at the revolutions on that one as he zips it in there.
Confidence, arm arrogance, whatever you want to call it. You can
oh, they blocked it. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open.
He's looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position, making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Right on target this time. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense gave them a free one on that one. It's now 2nd and 5. Wilson to pass. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Williams. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Pratt. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
After the extra point, it's a one-possession game, down 21-13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. They're trailing by 10 to Duke. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Dropping back, it's Levin. Looking to buy time. Catch in the middle, it's Martin. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
So now it's second and long. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wonder if they'll be conservative on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football.
Touchdown, Arizona State! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wilson will throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clapp. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Wilson to pass. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the comeback is on.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, but hold on to the ball until the guy comes open, feed him, and get the 6.
They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Arkansas.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Here comes the two-point try. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arkansas.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now.
Get set, get set.
He wants to throw it. To the end zone, and it's picked off. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go with a direct snap. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the the sticks.
On the play.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going for the big play. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rides to back and leaves it. Past the 40. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Hauls it in. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
On the play. 1st and goal. Arizona State.
The Sun Devils trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Give him 6. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Got it in the middle. It's Platt. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Finds the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the 2nd level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the air, it's Clement. Quickly complete. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Runs out of bounds at the 29-yard line. First down for the offense.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Arkansas, 25.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to pass, it's Levitt. Lets it fly. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th. He gets a hand on it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Makes the grab. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Fires to the big fella.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
That's caught. It's Hunt. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is an offense that obviously practices two-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
Snagged in the middle. It's Platt. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Razorbacks have this offense rolling. They just keep firing. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Line getting set on second down. Wilson will throw. It's complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got it in the middle, it's Williams. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.